These are the instructions for eDesign Lesson 1. Log on to Herf Jones eDesign. Let me know if you can't see what I see here. At the top of our menu, we're going to start with Book. When you go to Book, you're going to see the entire yearbook from page 1 all the way down to page 264. You can search for your pages several ways. I'm going to pretend I'm Aubrey and I'm going to start typing homecoming. That's one way to get to your pages. You can also try, this is probably the easiest way, go to Filter, Staff Assignment, then find your name. When you place a check mark there, it will only show you the pages that you have been assigned to. You will see the page name, the chapter that says Student Life, who is in charge of that spread. These are the page numbers, 12 and 13, and it also has the deadline. Some of you have the deadlines plugged in, some of you don't yet, but you will soon. It shows that this one is due in 32 days. So homecoming is already over, so it has an early deadline. To open your spread, double-click on either side, and then you'll have to click the other side, click to open when you get there. I want you to begin by adding Document Grid and Swiss Grid. So on the next to the eyeball is a pull-down menu for your workspace. Checkmark Document Grid and Swiss Grid. Using these will help us line our elements up later. When you're done, you can close them off or turn them off by clicking the eyeball again to see how your page will print. These gray lines and boxes do not print. We're going to do a rough layout of your spread. Hover over to the 1, 2, 3, 4th thing down on the right. It says Templates. You'll see more templates here once we start adding modules. Right now we just have one template. You click on it and drag it over and drop it. These are all the parts you'll need to design your spread. Begin with an eye line. Most of your eye lines are going to be at the bottom third of the page. They could be at the top third or someplace else. You could have multiple eye lines, but for right now, we're going to leave that right about here. Then, if you're a sports page, you need an awards and team records box. A varsity, JV, and freshman team picture goes on most sports spreads. If you're not sure, see me or look in last year's book. This is not a sports spread, so what I'm going to do is go through and click on each item, then hit delete on the keyboard, which is above the word backspace on your keyboard, because on homecoming, it's not a sport. Then decide, do you want your quote bar where you have a question and 5 to 12 people answer it? Do you want that to go across your page or down the page? For me, I think homecoming is going to work a little bit better if it goes across the page, but it is your personal choice. Delete the other one. So if you want the one that goes downward, delete this one. Now these quote bars can go across the top or the bottom. I'm going to leave them down here because it works for me. The one that goes down the side can go on the right-hand side or the left-hand side. It is completely up to you. Next, decide where do you want the dominant picture. For homecoming, it's probably going to be a picture of the court or the queen, probably the queen, getting kissed by the football captain. So probably here. This line down the middle is the gutter. Your picture can go up against the gutter or it can cross the gutter. It is completely up to you. But when you do plug in a picture, if it goes across the gutter, make sure that there's no face here in the middle. Now I'm making this picture be as big as those gray boxes behind it. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see. You try to use those gray boxes to line things up and keep a blank white square, these are picas, in between each element. Ways you can zoom in and out are by choosing the zoom tool, the magnifying glass, choosing a number on the screen, or I live by shortcuts. I'm holding down the control key on the keyboard. Minus is zoom out, control plus is zoom in, control 0 puts it in the entire screen. I'm going to leave the headline and subheadline combination up here. We'll do these later. You could, though, move your headline, subheadline wherever you'd like to on your spread. It's just the most popular place to leave it up here, but it's your spread. Next is every photo is going to need a photo by on the bottom right and a caption. Because this one goes across the gutter, I'm going to put it to the right-hand side because that's where most of the picture is. And your caption should be as wide as the picture. From there, you're going to either right-click Copy, or you can go to Edit Copy, or Control-C on the keyboard. Then Edit Paste. You can do Control-V or right-click Paste. These boxes represent where pictures are going to go on the spread. And then from here, I probably would start by just adding pictures. You can tweak your original plans as you go. I probably want a couple of pictures for homecoming over here, a couple on this side, and I'm placing them on there and remembering that every photo eventually needs caption and photo by information. So I want to leave some space between these two. And notice again, I am lining up everything on those gray boxes. You notice how I'm not leaving it up above here. I'm going down to the end of those gray boxes. I'm leaving a full set of gray boxes in between and then putting that there. I'm also making sure that this is one pica apart from that picture, that these line up together on the bottom. So on, use those gray boxes and the pica grid to help line things up. When you're happy with how many pictures you have on your spread, and I've only put a few on here, you could definitely add some more. We're going to copy and paste. Caption goes here. Everywhere you eventually need a caption, don't worry if you see this red arrow, that means that the caption box is too small right now. We can always make this bigger. Captions should go as close to the picture as possible. And also, we want to try and keep the captions to the outside when possible. So like on that top left picture, I would do picture goes closer to the getter and the caption goes on the outside of it. Picture, caption, and then I'm going to go back through and copy that teeny tiny photo by. I'll zoom in so you can see it. Right now it just says photo by name. That is a placeholder for whoever took the picture eventually. We could make these captions taller. Make sure the captions go as wide as the picture. But you get the point. We are copying and pasting these over and over again and then zooming in to line everything up just perfectly. Don't worry about designing the caption bar or long a row down the side on either side yet. These will become modules later that you'll drag and drop in. We're just holding a spot for their quotes. We don't need anything else here right now other than just like hold this spot. Once you have your dominant picture, some subordinate pictures, every photo has a caption, every photo has a photo by, so I would need to paste them on here. You are done. You do not need to print anything. You can just simply file save. Or if I were to have just closed this X down here just to close the page, it would have asked me if I wanted to copy or not. But you can see a small version of your layout now, and that's all you need for eDesign Lesson 1.